All right. Hello, people. Welcome to the next slot for the CTWC DAS qualifications, online qualifications. This is the third slot, and today we are having 20 Dan of 3. We're having Hannah. This is going to be an exciting one. We're having Zettel and Gunther. Welcome everyone, hello, chat is saying hello. Good luck to all participants. And I will already go over to the player scene because it's about to start in 1 minute. Here it is. And we are starting the timer. Everything is running. So as you can see, these players, or some of these players, have not started their run yet because they have their own timers. To handle the whole Twitch stream delay, we have basically everyone play with their own timer, and the timer you're seeing on stream is mostly an orientation, so that you watching know how much time is roughly left for these players. And yeah, this is gonna be a very exciting slot, because we have, like with Hannah and Gunther, we have two like excellent DAS players. And with Zettel and Dan, we have two good DAS players still, you know. And as you might know, Gunther was the only DAS player at CTWC to get into the gold bracket. So technically, you could say Gunther is the best DAS player in the world. Of course, that is you cannot really say that because it was just one tournament. Things can happen, but still. Gunther, not a bad player at all, nonetheless. Still a great DAS player. And yeah, everyone is still on 18 on their first game. And actually, speaking of Gunther, now I need to fix something real quick. Because Gunther is not ready on the new stencil, but yeah, this is gonna be a little scuff, but you will be able to see it live on stream what we are doing about this. Gunther, you can keep playing. I will do stencil fixing on my end. This looks good. Yeah, and we have I think 20 Dan topped out once, right? But he did not submit a score yet, which is completely fine. Like this early, you don't necessarily need to submit a score yet. You can just keep playing and hope to get a better one. And everyone else still on their first game. So we'll see what will happen. Let me just fix Gunther's camera real quick. Like this, then make it a little bigger. This is perfect. Nice. I'm sorry that you have to see this live happening here, but sometimes these kind of fixes have to be made live on air. And as we can see with Gunther's cam, we see his hands, but his face unfortunately is behind his playing field, which is fine. Just like for anyone qualing in the future, make sure not to do this, what Gunther is doing, but it's fine. I think you just realized. Keep playing, Gunter. Not that bad. Everyone else has a very nice scene. 20 Dan is perfectly on camera. Hannah as well. Settle as well. I think Hannah is the only player who's still clean and also good pacing. Good pacing for Hannah. Gunter is also clean, but he used not to be clean a few minutes ago. And we have 20 Dan submitting his first score of 180. I'm very sure he can do better. But like, you know, if you have a score, you can just submit it, why not? It's low risk. Because, you know, it can happen that you choke. Like it happens to the best, like you're on qualification and then for some reason you completely choke, you don't get any good scores. And then we had in the past, we had people qualifying with a score of 0. Because like they didn't submit a score and didn't get any good scores. And like, just submit a low score, you know, why not? If you have a score, why not submit it? And we see Hannah here with a very nice pace. This is gonna be a 600k transition for Hannah, which is a nice max out pace. And for this qualification format, of course, you wanna get as many max outs as you can. For anyone who doesn't know, the format is number of max outs, and then the highest non-max out score as a tiebreaker, so-called kicker score. And Gunter topped out with a 420 as well. Settle also for 550, 450, sorry. And this is definitely a submittable score for Settle, and that's what he's doing, he's submitting the score. Everyone getting some scores in. Oh, I see, Gunter, I see, so it wasn't planned like this. Gunter had to move some things around. And Hannah still on this. Is Tetris ready? Getting the bar. Nice Tetris for Hannah. Let's see where this game will go. Still very nice pace here for Hannah. And they're looking for the long bar. But we are experiencing a small drought. Where is the long bar for Hannah? Where's the long bar? This is a very annoying drought. There's the long bar, of course, but right when Hannah's well was covered. And now Hannah's getting O-bursted. You do not want to get O-bursted in this situation. I'm sorry if anyone is hearing some screaming. I have some siblings. I don't know if you can hear it on stream. And Hannah with an 800k into level, not into, but at level 26. This might be the first max of this qualification slot. And also, Hannah's first game, right? So, if they max out this game, we are gonna be on like great qualification pace here. This is gonna be close. 900k at level 28. They need 3 Tetrises and they can get 3 Tetrises. I mean, you can get the max with some extra 29 play, but it's very luck dependent, of course. Alright, Hannah needs 2 long bars now to get this. 2 long bars. Come on game, come on game. Ah, Hana has to burn here, unfortunately. And can they get to Longbar? And the Tetris? No. That was so unfortunate. Hana gets a 980, of course. That is gonna be submitted. Almost a max out. GG. Very nice score. Very unfortunate, damn, yeah. Missing out on the RNG. But still a very, very nice score. Like, even... Like, Hana surely can get like 1 or 2 max outs. Maybe even more. And this is gonna be like a very, very good kicker. And we also have a new score submission from Dan. He's submitting a 430,000 points now. Which is like, of course, like he was able to get a better score than his first one, but if you have a score, why not submit it, you know? It doesn't make sense. And we see everyone except Ganta have submitted at least one score yet. But I think Ganta is also able to get a max out. In the CTWC Quals, he had like 3 max outs. So getting 1 should be totally doable for him. Sets up a nice stack. And now Settle is halfway through level 18. 250k at 76 lines. Which is a decent pace. Not a great pace, but a decent pace. Definitely a good enough pace to improve his 450. And we're having a chatter on YouTube. Central Dabala is asking level 18 on his phone, or on their phone, sorry, feels faster than watching it. There's a few possibilities about this, like, of course there's like 2 possibilities, pretty much. One is that it is actually faster, and the other one is that it feels faster but isn't, which are both possible. But for like the first possibility, pretty much the only reason why level 18 could be faster on your device is if you're playing the PAL version. Like, if you tell me roughly where you're from, like if you're from Europe or which continent, pretty much should be enough. Because on some continents in Europe, as for example, originally there was a PAL version released, which is faster. Level 18 on the PAL version is faster, so if you have a European device or a European ROM or something, or both, or European, if your emulator is put to the PAL version, then this might actually be a possibility. But I think it's more likely that it feels faster, but it is not actually faster. Actually, if it's on your phone, it doesn't matter where you're from. Because I think most emulators have default settings to NTSC anyways. Which is this version you're seeing on stream right now. I would assume it just feels faster. Because it's like, when you're playing yourself, it just is that way. And Hana unfortunately had to reset the last game. That was an incredible first game for Hana. Unfortunately not quite a max out, but a very, very, very nice kicker. Like pretty much one of the best kickers you can get, right? And Tettle transitioning to level 19. Tettle already beat his current qualification score and is looking to lock in an even higher score, of course. But kinda messy stack for Tettle right here. He's trying to find the pieces to clean this up. Oh, not Paul. Yeah, then it just feels faster. But I think when I first started playing Tetris, it was very similar. because like when you watch, you have. Oh no, Settle with a very bad misdrop. Let's see if he can do anything about this, and Settle will top out at 530, and I assume he will submit that. And there it is, score submission for Settle. Meanwhile, Gunter is on a nice game. When I first started playing Tetris, it was very similar. Because when you're playing yourself, you need more brain power, I feel like, you know. It's like when you're watching a let's play of like a puzzle game or whatever. Or like just a regular game where you have to search something or find something, and then when you're watching it, you know, like oh, it's obvious it's over there or something, you know. But when you're playing a game yourself, where you try to find something in the game, it's not that easy. It's like you're blind all of a sudden. But if you're watching someone play the game, you know, it's easy. I think it's similar to that. $400k starting from 14 or 15. I mean, that's a good starting score. I feel like 400k is like, for a lot of players, is like the barrier. Like when players like first start. Oh, that was a very nice adjustment for Hana. I just wanted to, with the long bar, like putting the long bar into column 9 to make space for the, I think it was an S piece. That was very nice. Yeah, when people are just starting to play, they can get like 200 to 100k pretty quickly. But at some point there's like barriers, right? Like the more people, the higher the scores, the harder it is to beat it. And I feel like 400k is like, I feel like 400k is like one of the barriers for some reason, you know? Like a lot of people just stop playing right before 400k or like at 400k. Oh yeah, a lot of people asking why we are playing on tube TVs. This has a very, very easy explanation. It's like, yeah, the input lag, exactly. Someone on YouTube chat is already giving the solution. Because of the way how the image input is handled. On tube TVs you have way less input delay as on modern TVs, because the tube TVs, they don't have like fancy processing going on. They just get data, basically. They get pixel data and they just put it on the screen and it's instant. And like newer TVs, they have processing stuff. They get the pixel data and then they do some processing and do some stuff in the back, and then they put out the picture pretty much. But tube TVs actually have less delay. And you know, I can like funny story kinda, because we also do like real life tournaments, right? Like this is literally a real life tournament just for qualifications online, and it's always such a pain to like get all these tube TVs, because like transport is like the worst. Like imagine having a tournament with like 20 setups or 30 setups. Like you need to transport all these tube TVs somehow, and it's just a pain. It's a pain to get them. You have to like scan on marketplaces for months or something. It's a pain to get them. It's also a pain to transport them. Like everything about this is just a huge pain. And then people are asking, oh, why are we playing on tube TVs? And they always think, or like not always, but a lot of the times, they think it's just for like the retro feeling or aesthetics. And like that's, I mean, it's a fine assumption, but it's kind of also a kind of annoying assumption, because if it was just for like the retro feeling, you know, I wouldn't be doing all this transporting and trying to find these old TVs and stuff. I wouldn't go through this, you know. So every time people are saying, oh, it's for the retro feeling, I assume, I'm like, no, not at all, you know. Like, who would do all this trouble just for the retro feeling? And by the way, while I was like talking, Hana is on pretty nice-ish game. On level, almost level 22, now on level 22. With a decent pace. This is definitely a maxable pace, but it's not gonna be an easy max out. Or like, not a super easy max out, I should say. But having 700k on level 23 into level 23 is pretty doable, very doable. Hannah, of course, is a very good player, so they can surely... I don't want to jinx anyone, so I'm not gonna finish the sentence. But so far, our post-transition was pretty efficient. Settle is gonna max, Sven is saying. That would be awesome, honestly. Yeah, we don't play on NES consoles, but we play on something similar. We play on Retron consoles. As you can see on the bottom left, the sponsor logos. I think one of those is Retron or Hyperkin rather, and Hyperkin produces NES clone consoles, which are like pretty much like NES consoles but better. They're like way smaller, way easier to transport. They have more features in HD output, which we don't really use for playing. And Hana very high up with the center wall Tetris. Now this is gonna be an exciting game for Hana. Gets nice-ish pieces to uncover the well. Alright, this is pretty much the same pace as Hana's first game. They need 3 Tetrises. Ooh, but with this burn, they can only get 2. Let's see if they will set up for the infamous extra Tetris. No? Hana's going for just 1 more Tetris and maybe squeezing out the rest on 29? Maybe? Oh, this would be crazy. No! No, this is so unfortunate. This is so unlucky, but at least Hana is improving their kicker. This is so unfortunate. But great 29 play. That was amazing. Like the way Hana was still able to squeeze out some points on 29, that was crazy. Level 29 with DAS is usually pretty much almost impossible. And perfect clear for Hana. Very nice, which does nothing, but it looks cool. And this is like exactly what you want not to happen during one of these quals, like have 2 very high 900k scores. Because, yeah, because only max outs count pretty much. And if you have like two 900ks, 2 high 900ks, which could have been max outs, then it's like wasted games pretty much. Like one of those games is not wasted because you have a nice kicker. But the other game, like one of those games, just like you just wasted so much time for like almost getting a max out. And I know this feeling, it's very annoying. Yeah, Hana is really good. And just a heads up that Hana is using the they them pronouns. Just a heads up for like chatting on YouTube and Twitch. And here Dan with a nice T-spin, which also does nothing in an NES Tetris, but also looks cool. And kinda does something because it can make your stack be more clean. Like in modern Tetris, you will do a lot of T-spins because they get points and stuff. but in Classic Tetris you mainly do T-spins to clean up your stake. Sometimes it's more efficient or just healthier for your stake. And Settle going for like a secret gradish kind of pattern has to stick down a bit. Hello Yanni. This is a semi-online thing. The tournament itself, CTWC DAS, will be not online. Like usually it will be in England this year, I think you know. But the qualifications are online to save time and stuff. And there's also a qualification slot in person, but it's gonna be very limited, only for players who have no choice pretty much. Yeah, Yanni, you can, like, if you have to qual online. If you have no setup or no choice, you can theoretically qual at the venue. But we don't really have want that, because there's a lot of people who don't have a setup who have to qualify on the venue, so we want to keep these possibilities for these people. There's announcements on Discord if you go on the Classic Tetris Discord channel. Or actually, if you want, I can also just send you all the info, Yanni, on Discord. Later after the stream I can send you all the info and the link to sign up for qualification. And you can choose a time and a slot. There will be, like, every weekend until the tournament, there will be slots on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And you can choose one of those. Nice. And Gantar is on a pretty nice-ish game, actually. Can get 2 more Tetrises potentially before the transition. And gets 1. Nice T-spin. 1 more Tetris and transitions with almost 580,000 points, which is very good. Ooh, but now messes up a little bit. Needs to clean up first. This is also the issue, if you mess up like very close after transition, then your transition score is kind of wasted. Because like Gantar had a 580 almost, but now this is realistically more like if he had like a 500 flat transition, and the more he's burning, the lower it gets. Is looking for the correct pieces to solve this efficiently. And Gantar with quite a few misdrops somehow. Can he get something to the left? Needs an L piece. There's no L piece for Gantar, and Gantar will likely top out here with 610. He's not submitting because Gantar knows he can get something better. Very unfortunate here for Gantar. And Settle just transitioned with about 360, which is a pretty low transition, to be honest. Like, to beat his qualification score of 530, he first has to dig out of this, which he will not be able to do. So it's just gonna be a restart. And Hana with a Witz. The Witz is when you tuck the long bar vertically, which looks very funny. And Gantar kinda underperforming so far. Ooh, Hana with a very bad misdrop. Ganta kinda underperforming, like usually Ganta, he's a very good DAS player. Should be able to throw down a few good scores. But kinda misdrops quite a bit today. It doesn't have to be about speed. There's also stuff like DAS control, DAS charging. Because DAS is not just about holding down the button. There's very specific inputs to it. Like the reason you couldn't get the long bar over, or you would not be able, is not because your game's faster. It's because you pretty much don't have a DAS control yet. This console is called, like all of these people might be playing on different consoles, but the main console we're using for the tournaments is the Hyperkin Retron HD. It's like Hyperkin, like Hyper and then K. Yeah, like someone in chat said it, Hyperkin. And then Retron, like retro, just with an N. HD and Hana with another transition. 580 transition, which is pretty nice. But is kinda getting droughted. Needs the long bar. Hana really needs the long bar right now. Gets the long bar, perfect timing. Throws down a Tetris. And Hana knows that the only thing that matters to them is like getting max outs. Everything else doesn't matter at this point, because Hana's not gonna beat their qualification score without getting a max out pretty much. So it's either get a max out or nothing. But after some hiccups at the start of the transition, Hana's now playing very efficiently, getting the right pieces. So this is actually turning into a very nice attempt. Gets the nice, very nice pieces. Nice adjustment with that T to stay Tetris ready. This is very, very nice P word for trying to max out. Great DAS control by Hana. 900k, but this time not at level 28, but at level 26 even. Alright, Hana needs one more Tetris and a few lines, or two more Tetrises. Whatever they prefer. And now Hana has beaten their current qualification score, but this doesn't matter because this is a max out for Hana. Very good. Very, very nice. This is what we want to see. One max out. Let's see if Hana will be able to get another one. Yeah, GG, definitely. And that puts Hana at seed number 3. We have 4 players with max out so far. Leo, Roachak, Hana and Dewey. Leo with 5 max outs in his qualification, which was yesterday. which is very insane. It's a crazy score. And as you know, Leo, one of the best DAS players in the world. Right now, probably like top 5 to top 10. Ganta with another kinda early top out, unfortunate. At this point, maybe Ganta just has to submit a score just to have something on the board. But I think Ganta is going for more. Ideally he wants to max out or like high 800 or like even the 900k. As I said before, Ganta should definitely be able to get a max out, at least one. Yeah, Leo is a beast. Ah, he's ranked 2 right now. Damn. Yeah, Andy's just on another level. But we see like right now, Hana that one max out, right? But they could have gotten 3. Like if the other 2 games, or the other good 2 good games, 900k games, were a little bit better, a little bit more efficient, then Hana would be at 3 max outs now, and we still have about 24 minutes left. So I think like Hana is also like a player to look out for. Because right now it looks like just 1 max out, you know, compared to like 5 from Leo. But in reality this is like almost 3 max outs from Hana, if you know what I mean. And also, as most of you probably know, but there's the CTM DAS tournament as well. And for this month Hana is gonna be my first opponent. So I will probably not go very far in the tournament, and the more I'm watching right now, the more I'm getting scared. And yeah, Ganta still looking to get a nice score down. 20 Dan also, of course, trying to improve his score. We saw a lot of like early top outs from 20 Dan, unfortunately. Now this is 20 Dan getting O bursted, S bursted, Z bursted. Oh, this is such bad RNG for 20 Dan. Like, this is not even fair. All these O pieces, this was very tough. This was a very nice game so far, and then he's just getting O bursted, like horrible RNG. I cannot blame him for that. Like, you know, people keep complaining about RNG, and it's always like they're kinda, you know, it's kind of their fault as well. It's mostly skill issue, but this was just horrible for 2010, like the O burst. I feel like everyone except for Hana is like not getting the kind of games and scores they want to. Like even Hana like could have had 3 max outs and is sitting at only 1. I mean, 1 max out is already like really good, but still, you know. And Dan is trying a different strategy. He's now doing level 15 level 15 starts, which is allowed as well, of course. And might be a good idea to kind of change your mindset, change stuff up a little bit, maybe get a small reset. So we will see what Dan will be able to do on level 15 and settle. Transitions with 550, which is a very solid transition. But it's kinda dirty. Gets the longbar for the right, needs something for his left. Nice. And Settle already improved his current best score. But of course he's looking for more. He wants to have his 600k, maybe 800k. Nice triple on level 20. Into level 21. Now at 580. Let's see what Settle is able to do. In the meantime, Hana also with another great transition score. But let's focus on Settle for a second, because he gets the Tetris for the 600k. Needs a longbar or something else. Decides to put the J piece in the longbar hole. LJ dependency for Settle. Gets the L. Is still in it. Is he going for a dirty Tetris? Oh, misdrops for longbar, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But still 620. Could be worse. Still definitely an improvement over his qualification score, so it is something. And meanwhile, Hana on another really nice game. Unfortunately, they misdropped, but it looks kind of finish, because Hana is also very good at cleaning things up, obviously. And Settle with a new score of 626. And Hana with 800k at level 25 here. Which is very, very maxable. Is looking for some long bars. Gets one, but kind of a wrong timing. Stays Tetris ready, and Hana gets the long bar for the Tetris. 870 at level 26. Looking for another long bar. There it is. 900 at level 27. Which is... Hana now has 15 lines for less than 100k. If the game is like... Ooh! Hana has to block the well. Really needs a long bar right now. That's so unfortunate, I think I jinxed. I jinxed Hana. I'm sorry for the jinx. That was very unfortunate. Hana just had to cover the Tetris well. Yeah, where's the bar? I'm not sure if there was something better to do with that one Z piece. Yeah, all my fault, I'm sorry, Shuichi. Because Hana blocked the well with the Z piece, right? And played like this LJ dependency SC formation very high up. Maybe there was a better place for the Z piece, and then they could have kept the well open. I'm not sure though. You would have to look at the game and like afterwards and analyze it a bit. But this is another case, you know. Oh, nice spin tuck setup for Hana. He's looking for this piece. Nice, gets the spin tuck. You know, this is one of these things like these almost max out games are just so annoying. Because that's like, what, 8 minutes or something? Just wasted. And we can see Dan transition to level 16 with a score of 280. I wish I could tell you what kind of transition that is or what kind of pace, but I don't know anything about level 15 starts. I mean, it's almost at level 18. So this pace should go to level 19 with like not even 400k, right? Which is not the greatest pace at all, but depending on how good Dan is able to perform on level 19, this could definitely be something. And transition for 20 Dan is setting up for Tetris. Just needs the longbar. Where's the longbar for Dan? There's the longbar, and very nice. Dan at 360. His goal right now is 440,000 points about. So 50k. And then he has a new qualifier score. But of course, he's looking to get more. As much as possible. Ooh. Small misdrop for Dan, but not too bad, not too bad, hopefully. Needs something for that middle and something for his left, especially. Get something for the left, but doesn't get the longbar over. This could be very dangerous. Needs to burn now, needs something for his left. Needs to get a bar over. Where's the longbar? Decides to put the J piece there, which is also fine. Needs to burn down quickly. Gets a longbar, nice longbar. Another one, perfect. Ooh, this is gonna be very dangerous. Dan really needs a longbar right now. Doesn't get it, has to close the hole. And another top out, unfortunately, only like 10, not even 15,000 points away from his current best score. But Dan, I believe in you. You can get it. You can get a better score. We all believe in you. The whole chat believes in you. You can do this. This might be frustrating right now, but maybe take a break, small 1-minute break, take a breather. Try to reset the mindset. Try to reset mentally, and then you can surely get another good score. We believe in you. We want everyone to have a good qualifier, of course. I don't know about the other people, but I do believe. Yeah, Salty Seaman is saying you can do it, Dan. Exactly. Take his breather. Alright, Dan is starting his next attempt. And Ganta very high up, misses a duck thing and tops out, unfortunately. Also very suffer qual for Ganta, unfortunately. I'm not sure what is up there. And settle with another transition at 470. His current qual score is 626, 420. So I think Settle would be happy to make this into a 700k. And is not getting the right pieces for that though. Can't use this longbar because the well is closed. And wow, I really just keep jinxing people, right? Left and right. Oh, and Hana with a crucial longbar misdrop, but gets the quick tap. That was really crazy. For everyone who has not seen it, like Hana was Tetris ready and got the longbar for the Tetris, but what is the past tense of hang? Hung the longbar in column number 9, and then had a really high column number 9, but got the quick tap to get the next longbar over, do the Tetris. That was insane. That kind of reminded me of that one game. Was it Green Tea vs Joseph? Where Green Tea had basically exactly the same thing happen. And green tea had like the most insane quick tap ever. Actually, like not the most insane quick tap, but considering it was a match and considering it was that time that it was. I think it was it 2019? I think it was 2019, right? Where Joseph played green tea and green tea had the same thing happened. He misdropped the long bar into column 9 and saved it by a quick tap. Yeah, this was exactly the same situation, pretty much. And Hana with almost 800k into level 25. Now 800k into level 25, sorry. It's on another good game, but keeps getting S pieces. Needs something for the left. Puts the J piece. Very nice. Gets the Tetris. That was very important. Like this S piece burst. That was so mean. But Hana is, of course, very good. Knows how to handle these bursts. And now at 900k. Level 26. I think it's best if I'm not going to say anything about this game and just watch it. I don't want to be jinxing anyone. But there's a few misdrops for Hana. Gets the quick tap to the left. Very important. Hana has one more Tetris available. But is it enough? S to set up. And Hana is setting up. They have to do it. Is it enough? It is enough! Hana with another great max out. That was so close. That was insane. And that is their second max out in this qualifier. That was insane. Like, not just the fact that they maxed out, but the way how they maxed out. That was crazy, yeah. Triska is saying W platform. Indeed. Like, when you close transition like this, and you need a Tetris, you just have to set up, like, somewhere. And that's exactly what Hana did, just set up in the middle. There's no other choice, pretty much. And now there's about 7 minutes left. Which, if you play to level 29, is like one game pretty much. Now 29 transitions of a 430. And a few more lines is gonna beat his current qualification score, of course. He's trying to go for the Tetris. And this now 20 Dan is at new score territory. Gets a long bar. Nice, almost a 500k. Is looking for the long bar. Gets a long bar. Almost 500. Needs something for the middle to clean up the stack. Nice DAS control here for Dan. Is setting up dirty. This is very brave and very risky. Needs the long bar right now. Where's the long bar for Dan? And the long bar doesn't come, unfortunately. But a new qualifying score for Dan. 496. Unfortunately, no 500k, but still the new score. I mean, maybe not carrying is the way to go. Now you will be able to get a 600k. That is a new score at least. And now Ganta close to transition, but it's very dirty. I'm not sure if Ganta can even survive the transition. Needs to clean up the stack. Gets good pieces for it. Needs something. The T is perfect here. And Ganta is pretty much clean. Setting up for the Tetris. Misdropped the Theo, but it's not too bad because the longbar came the next piece. Now on level 21. And almost clean. Nice tech. Waiting for a longbar for a center wall Tetris. Where is the longbar? Ooh, gets some very bad pieces. Oh, really needs a longbar now. Decides to put in VL. Nice quick tap for Ganta, very important. And Ganta pretty much needs to submit the score, no matter what happens. Because he has not submitted any scores yet. And there's only enough for like one more game. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you have to submit a score at some point. Still not submitting. Maybe just take a breather as well. There's still 3 minutes to start the last game. And now Hana, of course, looking to get a one last max out. Settle, looking to improve his current score of 626k. Probably looking for like a 700k. And 20 Dan is like not very happy as well. Looking for like a 600 or even 700k hopefully. And then Ganta, of course, looking just to get anything in. Like Ganta realistically would be looking for a max out, but the way he's playing today, I think like an 800k would already be good. And the cutoffs for this tournament are like generally not that high. So I think it does make sense just to submit something. And now there's like about 2 minutes left to start the last games. And of course, as most of you know, the timer is not like to finish your last game. The timer is when you have to start the last game. Like if you start a game and you have like 1 second left on the timer, you can still play it out until the end. So the strat is also kinda if you are like on a very bad game, or like just a bad game, and it's like very close to, the timer's close to being finished, then the strat is just to restart and get a new game. And Settle, speaking of good game, Settle is at 550k, level 19, which is a pretty nice pace. And only needs like a few Tetrises to beat his current qualification score. And pretty much has all the time in the world. but deciding not to go for Tetrises, but rather going for triples and doubles, which is a good strat because it's way safer. And he's not looking for crazy scores, he's just looking to improve his current qualification score. Very nice flat burn. Very nice delayed skim for Zettel. And Zettel will top out at 580, so not an improvement, but Zettel might have one more game. No, the timer is at 0. Zettel is done. So Zettel will end his qualifier with the 626,000. Yeah, GG's, which is a nice score, definitely. And Gunther started his last game at the last second. Level 9 game, which is also a nice strategy, like, especially in the old days people used to do this. Like, do the last game at level 9, because you are allowed to play it out anyways. And you can get more consistently good scores. And everyone is on their last game right now. Oh, 20 Dan! Very unfortunate top out. So 20 Dan will finish his qualifier attempt at 496,000 points and 480. Clearly not happy about this. So now we have all eyes on Gunther and Hannah. Oh, sorry. Oops, sorry. This is not the one you were supposed to see. So yeah, all eyes on Gunther and Hannah. And Hannah at 71 lines, so a little more than halfway through the transition. 200, almost 250k at 76 lines, which is not the greatest pace, but still a very decent pace. Oh, nice adjustment. That's called what Hannah just did with the JPs, adjusting the JPs for the... Oh, that's called a 5 and below adjustment. I actually have no idea why, and I think like most people have no idea why. I don't even know if there's a reason or someone was just being funny with the wording. If someone in chat knows where the name came from, please let us know. And I keep thinking Gunther is on level 19 because of the colors, but it's just level 9. Gunther at 56 lines, 130,000 points, which is a nice pace for a level 9 start. It's funny how I'm better at the level 9 paces than the level 15 paces. And Hannah at 100 lines now, so transition coming soonish. Gunther said in chat 900k or nothing, but like, if you can hear me, Gunther, please just submit anything you get. Like I said, the cutoffs are historically not that high, and with a flat bracket you can still do some very nice, still have some very nice tournament runs even with a low seed. And Hannah now 10 more lines until transition. Gunther 20 more lines until level 10 transition. Oh, that's a good point. Scores are multiplied. Have a factor of 10, yeah, true. Now for me it's mostly easier because I used to try to do the perfect level 9 start. Like all go perfectly, all Tetrises. And like for level 15 there's no reason to play level 15 for me, and level 9 I did the perfect perfect level 9 challenge thingy. And Hana has transitioned with about 500k. It's longbar dependent. And this is maxable for Hana, but it's gonna be difficult, to be honest. Oh, especially now. Oof. Hana really needs a longbar. Very, very good DAS control here. But is it good enough to survive? Needs a longbar. Where's the longbar? Come on, Hana. Longbar. Gets the piece over, but no longbar, and that's gonna be it for Hana. Hana finishes their qualification attempt with 2 max outs and a kicker of 991,000 points, which is very nice. And like I said, if you think about it, like Hana could have had 4 max outs even. So I think Hana is like one of the players to look out for in this tournament as well. But that's seed free for now, which is very, very nice. We'll see how that will change in the future. But until then, it's all eyes on Gunter. And I'm not sure if Gunter likes to hear that or not. It's 48 seats. All eyes on Gunter. Gunter at level 12 right now. With 300,000 points. I'm already excited for him to get to level 18, just so that I know how to interpret the paces and stuff. And yeah, GG's Hana, of course. GG's. Very nice qualification. Now almost at level 15. I don't even know the speed increases on these levels. I know there's like a speed increase on like every level pretty much. But yeah, level 16 will be another speed increase. And then level 19 will be the next speed increase. Yeah, I know that like perfect, if you play on level 9 start and get perfect all Tetrises, you will transition to level 10 with like 300k. Sorry, Lucy. So I think 400k at level 16 is decent, I guess. I mean like 20 more lines and it's gonna be level 18. So 30 lines to level 19. So this could be a pretty decent transition to level 19. Yeah, everything above 500k is pretty nice. And everything above 600k is like very maxable. But I assume this is gonna be like a 550 or something. Nice burns. Longbar dependent, which is not great at all. Where's the longbow for Gunter? There it is. Very good. Needs another longbow now for the right ball to get the Tetris. Very nice. One more line. We'll put Gunter into level 19. There it is, and the Tetris on level 19. And Gunter has already beaten Geowolf and Dan with this game. Oh no, this is a very bad misdrop. Doesn't get the longbow over, unfortunately. Not what Gunter wanted. But please, Gunter, submit the score. Just submit the score. Even if it's last seed, please just submit the score. Take the chance, like... There's a possibility. Just put it into the Discord. GG's to all, yeah. GG's to all 4 players. Unfortunately, I think both Dan and Gunter were not quite able to get what they were looking for. But Hana had a very, very, very nice qualifier. Could have been better, of course. But still, you can't have everything. And with that, that are all the qualifiers for today. And now you're asking, when are the next qualifiers, right? Oh, your goal was 1 max out. There will be more qualifiers next week, but as you can see, these qualifiers look pretty empty. On Friday, next week Friday, there's nothing planned yet. On Saturday, there's only fractals so far. So, if you want to play the tournament and you want to qualify, which I assume you want when you're playing the tournament, please just sign up for your qualifier. Because like if this keeps the way it is, like look at this qualifying table. If it stays the way it is, then like most people will qualify in the last week or something, and then there might not be enough space for everyone. So it's better to have the qualifiers like stretched out through the months, through the month. So please do me the favor and qualify. Sign up for like next week or something, you know. Because next week there's only fractals so far, and this looks very lonely, I have to say. Imagine it's just gonna be fractal all week. Oh, I see, Gunter, that's shit. But like I said, please just submit the score anyways. Like, there's a good possibility that it will not be enough, but there's also a possibility that it will be enough, you know. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Gunter submitted the score. And now we'll just have to pray and hope. Pray and hope. This will be close, definitely. Same with Dan. Dan also kinda has to pray and hope. Yeah, G-Wolf already did his qualifier. G-Wolf will not do another one. Yeah, Gunter, it's unfortunate. Getting the best qual ever at CTWC and then this, unfortunate. I'm gonna sweat with you. No. Players are not happy about the qualifiers. This is what happens with these tournaments. There's some big winners and some losers. Like, yeah, but I think this is also like, as a player, kinda, and also as a viewer. This is also the fun of it. Like, you know, you never know how your favorite players will perform. And yeah, it settled it pretty nicely. Zettel and Hana were definitely the winners of this qual slot. Yeah, it will depend on who will show up. We'll see. I'm gonna, Dan and Ganta, I'm gonna press my thumbs. I don't know if you say this in English as well, but there's a German saying like, you're pressing your thumbs. I have no idea if there's an English one as well. Yeah, exactly, Lucy. I think in the meantime, like tomorrow or something, I will text some players and tell them, hey, book your qual slot. Crossing the fingers. Oh yeah, true. Fingers crossed. Oh, Vicky, that's nice. Yeah, fingers crossed. No, in German it's different. Like fingers crossed is like this, right? But in German there's one, die Daumen drücken. It means pressing your thumbs. So I guess, I don't know if it's like this or like this. But I think it's this, Daumen drücken. You know, you press your thumbs. And in English it's fingers crossed, which is like a whole different thing. Which is kind of funny. Ah, Ganta. I think Ganta, it will be we have a way around. I think it will be seat 40 or something. And then you will just have to play the whole day because you started as a low seed and you know, with like a flat bracket. You will have to fight through the whole bracket and then you cannot help at all with staffing because you're playing the whole time. Only $22 past 3 streams is poop. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to Matcherino, by the way, you don't have to donate if you don't have money, but you can do the small codes. Claim code, it says. And then it's 25 cents just free for the Matcherino money. So if you want to do that, that's very nice. And yeah, Lucy is doing the Matcherino command. Yeah, go to that link, sign up and just press the claim code. It's not gonna cost anything, just a button press. And it's 25 cents for free. So there's no reason not to, pretty much. But yeah, with that, I will thank you. Yeah! I think that was Sven, right? Sven, redeem the code, see? That's how easy it is. Just 25 cents for free. I cannot talk today, sorry. 25 cents for free. Easy as that. Yeah, another one. Thank you so much. Another code claimed. After the stream is pretty much over, but now people are claiming the codes. Because I told them to. Next stream I have to talk about this a little earlier, maybe not at like the outro. But thanks. Thanks for claiming the codes. It's very nice. Now it's almost $1 just for free. Without anyone paying anything. Free money. It's free money. It's a glitch. Free money glitch. Yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. And I will GG's to everyone, even if you're disappointed. It was still a fun time watching you, commentating or whatever. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for redeeming codes. Thanks for whatever. Thanks for being here. And I will see you probably in 2 weeks. But next week there will be more qualifiers hosted by Gantar. Right now it's only one qualifier of Fractal, but we'll see what happens. Next week there's supposed to be more qualifiers hosted by Gantar. So see you next week. Then Gantar's gonna be taking good care of you. And another code redeem. Thank you so much. And I will see you sometimes. I don't know. Thanks for watching.